Cincinnati, the Bengals managed to beat the deadline by a full day, announcing their decision to franchise wide receiver T. Higgins for the second consecutive year. This move will see Higgins earn approximately $26.2 million, unless he agrees to a long-term deal before the July 15th deadline. Cincinnati's front office has expressed their intention to lock down Higgins, along with star receiver Jamar Chase and defensive standout Trey Hendrickson, to new contracts in the near future. The franchise is in an aggressive push to solidify its core for a championship run, with these contract negotiations set to play a critical role in the team's long-term strategy. Meanwhile, in Dallas, the Cowboys are in a similar race against time, with defensive lineman DeMarcus Lawrence at the center of their franchise tag discussions. There is growing optimism within the Cowboys organization that an extension can be finalized, but if negotiations fail to reach a conclusion by the 4 p.m. Eastern deadline, Dallas will likely franchise tag Lawrence, preventing him from hitting the open market. His status as one of the most sought-after defensive linemen makes retaining him a priority for the Cowboys, but the clock is ticking. Over in Minnesota, the Vikings appear set to part ways with quarterback Sam Darnold, as it seems unlikely they will franchise tag him, which would cost them more than $30 million. The Vikings, who drafted J.J. McCarthy in the top 10 last year, have made it clear that McCarthy is their quarterback of the future. While the franchise has been open to negotiating with Darnold, it's evident that his price tag does not align with the team's plans moving forward. After a standout season in Minnesota, the question now becomes whether another team will step up and offer Darnold a significant contract once he hits free agency. Despite his remarkable contributions last season, particularly in the regular season, the Vikings' late-season collapse highlights the volatility of his performances. Darnold's poor showing in key games against Detroit and the Rams, where he posted a QBR 30 points lower than in any other game, has left some lingering doubts about his ability to sustain elite-level play in the postseason. The Vikings' late-season struggles were also evident in their lackluster performances during their Week 18 and wildcard losses, where they scored a mere 18 points, effectively ending their promising season on a sour note. For wide receiver Justin Jefferson, however, the identity of his future quarterback seems secondary. When asked about the situation, Jefferson expressed unwavering confidence, stating that regardless of who takes the snaps, he will work to make him the best quarterback in the league. His unshakable belief in his ability to elevate his quarterback speaks volumes about his competitive mindset, but it also underscores the challenge that lies ahead for Minnesota as they navigate the future of their offense. As the Vikings look to move on from Darnold, a larger question looms. Is Sam Darnold a viable long-term solution for another franchise? Former quarterback Tim Hasselbeck weighed in, noting that at just 27 years old, Darnold could still be seen as a high-upside investment for teams in need of stability at the quarterback position. Hasselbeck pointed out that Darnold's success in Minnesota last season, with 35 touchdowns thrown, indicates potential that other franchises may be willing to explore. However, Hasselbeck emphasized that any team looking to invest in Darnold must recognize the challenges that come with developing a quarterback, especially one with a checkered history. If the Raiders were to pursue Darnold, they would be betting on the potential for him to reach his ceiling under experienced coaching, especially in light of their own quarterback situation. The Raiders, along with teams like the Tennessee Titans and the New York Giants, are likely to be among the most prominent suitors for Darnold. With the Titans holding the top pick in the draft, they could look to trade down and acquire Darnold as a bridge quarterback, while also addressing other roster needs. The Raiders, who have been searching for a stable quarterback situation for years, may see Darnold as a low-risk, high-reward option to compete in a volatile quarterback market. However, despite his strong performances in a successful system, Darnold is far from a proven commodity, and the decision to invest in him will require teams to weigh the potential upside against the uncertainty surrounding his long-term viability. As free agency looms, the future of quarterbacks like Sam Darnold will remain one of the most intriguing storylines. Teams in need of a quarterback, but unwilling to break the bank for the top-tier options, will likely take a hard look at Darnold, weighing whether he could be the missing piece to stabilize their offense. For Minnesota, the decision to move on from Darnold will be one that shapes the franchise's direction moving forward, with McCarthy being the centerpiece of their plans for the future. For now, The uncertainty surrounding Darnold's future is a reminder of the high-stakes, ever-changing nature of the NFL's quarterback market, where every move can have far-reaching consequences.